unmute yourself, Prof, and then you can answer your question. Hello, Prof. Are you there? Okay, let me do something. Prof, you can unmute yourself now. I think it should be possible now.
Yeah, okay. Thanks so much, Prof. I really appreciate you, and then I also appreciate your sacrifice trying to bring us on board machine learning and AI. Mine is not really a question, but a request. I couldn't watch those videos because I didn't have the links. Can we have them pasted on the platform so that we can watch and then roll with AI and ML as fast as possible?
Okay. Thank you very much, Prof, for joining us.
That will be done right away. It will be done right away.
Yeah, okay, sir. Thanks so much, sir.
Yeah, good to do that. Thank you very much, Prof, for the feedback and then for joining the program.
Yes, sir.
Highly welcome.
Yes,
so the team will respond as soon as possible. I believe there's another questioner, Abdurrahman Inyoda. Am I right? You can unmute yourself. Abdurrahman, you have the floor. Okay, you already typed your question here. Okay, I can see a question here. Concerning running a model with raw data, I often have problems with strings, objects, data types. What type of encoding will you recommend? I think it's the same question. Yeah, those are special cases where, you may run into trouble depending on the way the data is coded. You know, these are done by human beings. Data gathering, if someone just did it, maybe ordinarily a string, there's some algorithm that will allow you to use the string as it is and to go. They are very robust model, but not general. Some models are very sensitive. Like I said earlier of the meeting today, that, for example, decision tree, when you use decision tree, even when there are missing values, you don't have problem. It will work. But when you change to other algorithm like support vector machine with a missing value, it's a no. It will give you error. Even I know support vector machine is so sensitive that if you do your numbering to be 0, 1, let's say I want to predict if a student will pass or will fail. I code 1 to mean pass and 0 to mean fail. Support vector machine, some of the variants will give you error. It doesn't allow you to code your target value in zeros. So you have to add 1, 1, 1 plus from to anything. So 0 becomes 1, and the one that was designated to be 1 before becomes 2. You have to do that kind of small preprocessing for it. So it depends on the algorithm that we are actually using, and someone has to be very careful on how the data comes in. However, before you assume that it's not going to work, first of all, let us try it first. Check it out and see, maybe it's going to work. Otherwise, one of the things you can do is to do the label encoding. So, whereby you try to study the string. Some strings are unique. Some strings are unique. They differ from each other. But where it becomes more of a text, then you have to have some high-level reprocessing to really convert. It's like you are working on text. And I think this is one of the areas where deep learning is very powerful. When you have features that are giving you issues, just give it to a deep learning machine, let it extract the feature for you first. It's like an hybrid model. I do recommend this to my students. When you have data set that is giving you challenge, one of the powerful characteristics of deep learning is ability to deal with text, images, video, features, automatically to extract the feature. So what you do in that sense is you just bring in your data, use deep learning to extract feature. This is feature extractor. Feature extractor. Once it extracts the feature, then you can send it to another deep learning if you like, and you can also send it to any standard machine learning, like K-nearest neighbor. I usually do that. I encourage my students to do that. Get the result from deep learning finally, and get the result from standard machine learning algorithm. See the one that is giving you better results. On several occasions, I've seen students who got better results with the classical machine learning algorithms better than deep learning. However, they benefited from that power of deep learning in automatically selecting, extracting feature. So with a lot of coding people does, I want you to try this out moving forward. You try to send that data to deep learning. Let's see what it's going to do for you. Especially string is more of a text combined with other characters. It's part of a text. One of the very unique capability of deep learning is to process text-based inputs. You automatically extract the feature to a better form for you. So try to use deep learning to automatically extract it and see what you can do. In addition to other coding schemes that are available. There are many ways you can look at the string. Let this one be represented by 1. Let this one be represented by 2. There are codes that are be written to convert strings to a particular converted format. So try whatever options you have there, and then you see which one is going to work for you. However, I'm adding this to the list of your options. Try to use deep learning to extract those features. When the feature is getting complicated, so many strings, so many text, just send it to deep learning, let it extract the feature for you. And then from there, get the feature out and send it to your classical machine learning algorithm. You may also let the deep learning also do its own classification or regression, and then see what you are going to get at the end of the day. So I hope that clarifies, Mr. Abdurrahman Inyonda, with your question. Okay, Dr. Micah Damilola, say you are a beginner, the lecture is good. Okay. Thank you very much for the feedback. You are highly welcome, Doctor. So you are highly welcome. You are not too late. I believe you can catch up. The videos have been posted. Watch those videos and then see if there are questions and questions you have, just document them against whatever time we're going to meet again. Or if it is urgent, you can always private chat us. We'll see how we can provide the guidelines so that we can continue to learn together. The next question I can see is Dr. Adetola Olatunji Ojo. You have the floor. You can unmute yourself and ask your question, Doctor.
Thank you, Prof, for this wonderful teaching.
You're welcome.
God bless you, sir.
You're welcome.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much.
So I'm asking a question based on my own area of specialization, which is environmental toxicology. So I want to ask if it's possible to actually use data sets from different published articles. If I can't find any on Kaggle or USI, because I actually searched on Kaggle, but I can't find any. So I'm working on different metal concentration in miners. So I would like be able to, I don't know, I've not used USI before, but in case I can't find any, can I use different published articles?
Yeah, thank you very much for that question. That's a very wonderful question. And I appreciate you, Doctor, for that, your dedication and interest to forge ahead and see how you can implement machine learning and data science in your own area of specialization. And I wish you success. Yeah, it's very much possible. Again, it's use AI, very popular. Try to search for it there. You can also ask other search engines. They will bring them out for you. Mr. Kaggle will help. However, while you are still searching for others, that option is very, very possible. In fact, we use it a lot in the past when we started working on material modeling. One of my students, now an associate professor, when he started, material science, they are usually characterized by lack of enough data set. So what he did was to go into literature. You see somebody that will publish a paper, include like 5 data samples there. They have the X1, the X2, the characteristic, and they have the target variable. Maybe he's able to get like 5 from one paper. Another paper, the same attributes, the same target. Another paper, he got another 5. In one of the paper, I think there was a paper we used 16 data samples, and we achieved very excellent result gathered from different publications. So the answer is yes, doctor. You can gather data from different publications. In fact, that is a big starting point, and you are going to make a lot of, high opener to people. When we talk of data,
Okay, sir.
especially in area where you have to do a lot of laboratory work before you get one data set. So it's not unlike a marketing data. You can just automate people's buying and selling, and you can get thousands of data within few minutes. No. Materials, laboratory-based experiments, they are special. So it is very, very much allowed. Yeah, you can do that. Another student of mine from architecture, so also did something like this. So in architecture, he was using machine learning to model high-rise building. When you want to build a high-rise building, usually they can underestimate, and then it leads to abandoning the property. So you can explain the price, what is going to be the cost, the time frame to avoid getting in abandoned. Also, he couldn't get data set from anywhere he searched. What he did was to go to publications, and he was able to extract data from different publications, combine them together, and surprisingly, this data are from different countries. It worked, and he was able to get very excellent outcome. So that finally culminated in him published so much papers in those areas that he won the best graduating student award in his PhD in his university when he finally graduated. So you can go ahead, doctor, and try to do that. It is very much possible.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Thank you very much for joining us. We appreciate you and all that. So I believe those are the questions we have for the day. And also it is just 1 minute before the end of our class. We don't want to keep you more than we promised. Thank you very much all for coming. We look forward to another edition by grace of God Almighty. Be on the lookout in the platform. If you have not joined, try to join so that whatever we send things there as guidelines, you don't miss it. Once again, thank you very much, and we appreciate the coordinators working behind the scenes to make sure that we are all together. Thank you very much, and God bless all of us. Thank you.